To our south? Our south, southeast? Southeast? That's southeast?
You just start talking, Sabu, you like.
Hi, good afternoon. Okay, I just want to give Barbados an update on the current situation with potential tropical cyclone number 2. As of 2 p.m., the center was estimated near 10.0 degrees north, that's 58.2 degrees west, or about 230 miles to the southeast of Barbados. The system is continuing towards the west at around 47 kilometers per hour. Now, I have the radar image in the background for you. That center is somewhere actually off chart here down to the bottom. But the main concern for us right now is a lot of the precipitation is on the northern side of the center. There was a cluster of showers and heavy shower activity to our east and east-southeast, but that's pretty much dissipated. However, we have witnessed throughout the day occasional showers passing through in and out with some wind gusts up to around 45 miles per hour. Actually, just a few seconds ago, we had another wind gust around 47 miles per hour with another passing shower, which only just lasted a few seconds. Now, we anticipate going in later this evening and into the early part of the night and throughout the night, in fact, that we're going to see some more of these showers, perhaps getting a little more frequent, and the wind gusts are going to be up between 40 and 50 miles per hour. So it would be advisable to persons who will start to make the commute home, and so that they won't be in the mix of all this activity that will be coming later on in the day. I want to stress there's no tropical storm watch or warning in effect for Barbados. No, there's no sustained winds or storm force winds we're predicting, and we're pretty confident that's not going to happen. What is going to happen is we're going to get these showers coming in and out, and with these storm force gusts, which only just last a few seconds. And so the concern is for everyone's safety, so that we can be home well before this activity increases late in the evening to the night, that we can start our commute home.
Okay,
now,
Mr. Bath,
just to give you some idea of what's going on. Yes?
Can you tell us if these winds are likely to increase beyond that 47 based on what you're seeing now?
That 47 is an actual observation. So the range is 40 to 50 miles per hour. For example, these heavy showers you see to the southwest of Barbados approaching Grenada, if you get something like that developing to our east, you can easily get wind gusts a little higher. But remember, this is only a few seconds. And this tends to happen sometimes in deep convection. You can get wind gusts well in excess of what the average wind speed is. But that doesn't constitute a warning or watch. However, as precaution, we should allow commuters and everyone to go safely from school and work to home, so that in the event that this does unfold later in the evening, that persons will already be home. But it is difficult to go and pinpoint that you'll get 65 miles per hour, 55 miles per hour. We can give you the range so far throughout the day, and for what the radar observations have been showing us, we're seeing wind speed ranges between 40 and 50 miles per hour.
Oh.
In gusts only.
Okay. What else can you tell us about the system, and have you been able to get any information as yet coming back from Trinidad or Grenada in relation to what the system is doing there?
Okay, last observations we got out of Tobago. They're actually getting moderate to heavy rain. The winds are actually gusting as well up to storm force, but they're not sustained nowhere near. Their average wind speed is like half, that's around 20 miles per hour or so. But it is gusting up to storm force in Tobago. That's expected to perhaps pick up a little more, particularly in the gusty side, and also even into Grenada later on into this evening and tonight. But let's continue to focus in on Barbados again. Later on this evening, the showers picked up. Models are still suggesting between 1 to 3 inches of rainfall from late this evening into tomorrow morning, which is not too bad once it's not very aggressive, and we're not really seeing that on what's approaching us right now. But we'll continue to monitor that closely, and the public can monitor the radar too online. It's there all the time. But I want to also mention, so far, the past 12 hours, rainfall across the island has only really been half an inch of rainfall, which has been pretty gentle. So even though this shower has been going through fairly aggressively and quickly, in terms of accumulation across the entire island, we're only seeing about 10 to 15 millimeters in total the last 12 hours, which is not bad. So in terms of flooding, there shouldn't be any flooding that's going on today. I know there was a really aggressive shower in the early hours of this morning, and that would have caused some ponding in some roads and stuff, what we call street flooding. But that quickly runs off in no time. But that doesn't constitute a warning either. What we look for in a flood warning is something that, for example, what you see going on in the south here, massive a lot of precipitation. That comes up roll over Barbados. Yeah, definitely will issue a flood watch or warning in that situation.
Okay, so right now as it stands, are the sea swells still what they were earlier today, or have they increased?
That's one thing that's not going to change very quickly. Sea swells, once they're agitated like that, they can stay like that for a while until the winds go, and then they slowly dampen down. So on the eastern side of the island that we addressed before, still 3 to 5 meters. That's starting from roughly tonight, the entire night. Right now, it should be 2.5 to 3 on most on the eastern coastline, so east, and to the lesser extent, the southeast. What we see wrapping around the western side of the island is the waves are not going to be that big, but it's going to be very choppy. Now, late this evening and tonight, and early into tomorrow morning, highly advised persons do not go in the water. There can also be rip currents in there. The water might just look choppy and you might think it's safe, but there are rip currents that's going to be in that water. Do not go in the water. Allow time for this system to pass. We believe by Thursday things should be a lot better, and you can then go back and enjoy the beaches again.
Okay, well, that's good news at least. So there you have a caution to stay away from the water. Any other precautions that residents should be taking at this time?
Not a precaution, but some good advice. Just keep monitoring the situation with us. Anything significant come up, we will update you. The two things we're going to be looking out for is excessive rainfall and severe thunderstorms. So we're going to keep an eye out for that. Winds is not really a problem for us that we're looking at. Just the gusts. Those gusts occasionally, but like we said before, it's good for persons to make their way home early so that they can get away with these gusts, additional gusts that will come later on in the evening, because they're more likely to become a little more frequent. Not more intense, but a little more frequent, so that everyone can get time to get out of the way of this that's coming later on this evening into tonight. Let's hope that what happened today, because what was coming earlier this afternoon rather, was there was a pretty impressive line of showers and thunderstorms was on its way to Barbados, but it dissipated, as you can see from the last few frames. And let's hope that continues to happen through the night. And if we're lucky, maybe we'll get out with hardly anything happening. That would be good news.
Okay, that sounds like it would be. So let's keep monitoring and hope. And where, once again, can our viewers continue to monitor the system until you send us our updates?
You can view the radar imagery on our website, barbadosweather.org. You'll see it just like this. You can also download the cap.cap app. Really recommend persons to download that. That's a very good app. And also the BMS Insight app. Those both are available on the Android Play Store. And the cap.cap is also available for the Apple devices. But those are two very good software to have on your phones through the hurricane season, even out of the hurricane season, because we even monitor other kind of hazards outside the hurricane season.
Okay, we want to thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Sabu Best there, the Director of the Barbados Met Services, keeping us up to date and informed here on CBC TV 8.